By Matthew Daly, Associated Press, Washington. The Environmental Protection Agency on Friday designated 2 forever chemicals used in cookware, carpets and firefighting foams as hazardous substances, clearing the way for quicker cleanup of the toxic compounds, which have been linked to cancer and Designation as a hazardous substance under the so-called Superfund law doesn't ban the chemicals, but it requires that releases of PFOA and PFOS into soil or water be reported to federal, state or tribal officials if they meet or exceed certain levels. The EPA could then require cleanups to protect public health and recover cleanup costs. PFOA and PFOS have been voluntarily phased out by U.S. manufacturers but are still in limited use and remain in the environment because they do not degrade over time. The compounds are part of a larger cluster of forever chemicals known as PFAS that have been used in consumer products and industry since the 1940s. The term is short for and polyfluoroalkyl substances, which have been used in nonstick frying pans, water-repellent sports gear, stain-resistant drugs, cosmetics and countless other consumer products. The chemicals can accumulate and persist in the human body for long periods of time, and evidence from animal and human studies indicates that exposure to PFOA or PFOS may lead to cancer or other health problems. Communities have suffered far too long from exposure to these forever chemicals, EPA. The action announced today will improve transparency and advance EPA's aggressive efforts to confront this pollution. Under the proposed rule, EPA will both help protect communities from PFAS pollution and seek to hold polluters accountable for their actions, Regan said. The Superfund law allows the EPA to clean up contaminated sites and forces parties responsible for the contamination to either perform cleanups or reimburse the government for EPA-led cleanup work.